What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you some more Yu-Gi-Oh content. So let's dive right in. Konami announced this weekend there is going to be a chance to qualify for the YCS 3v3 in Vegas, and I am so pumped for that. I've always wanted to do a 3v3 event, and so tonight's locals is going to help us in preparation for that tomorrow. So we are sticking with the best deck that we have in our belt, and we are playing Maliss. We gave our run with Tenyi. We gave our run with Shining Sarcophagus again. We do have another bout with heroes that we want to take back into the ring and bringing some other decks back into the forefront like Mimighoul, Vanquish Soul, because those have seen some semi-success at regionals, and even at the YCS, someone was playing Mimighoul. So I think there's some potential there, and we're going to try those out later. For now, we're trying to prep ourselves for tonight and for tomorrow in playing Maliss, a deck that I truly love, and I probably get that you guys are sick and tired of it alongside Rise Heal. But I think Maliss is just going to be super fun, and when Alliance Insight comes out later this year, the deck is going to be super fun, and it might even be a little bit cheaper than it was when on release. But let me show you the deck profile that we are cooking with, because we have made some interesting choices to play, and we're still playing it a lot different than what we saw at the YCS. So let's dive into the deck profile and we'll head to locals. All right, let me show you our deck profile for tonight. So I am honestly excited to play this variant of the deck. Having tested so many different versions, I like this one the best. We are sticking with the Maliss ratio for now with 3 Dormouse, 3 White, and 2 Chessie Cat. We are playing 3 of the Field Spell, with 1 each of each trap, 1 MTO7, 1 GWC, and 1 TB11. I have thought about upping the GWC to 2, but for now I like it at 1. I think it's consistent that way, and we're able to see it and get to it, so I'm not too worried about not seeing it. Then we do play some Cyberse extenders with 3 Exceeds and 1 Dotscaper. I know I've seen a lot of people play this in the side, but I like to argue for playing it in the main, because whether we go first or second, this card, seeing it, can be pretty clutch, especially if we're playing through a Nibiru, or if we need to play through a Nibiru. We're never like fearing not being able to take the game. And then some helpful cards. We are playing 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. I was originally playing 3 copies of Signet Mining that I eventually dropped to 2, and was playing 2 Allure. But now I've just gone to 3 Allure. I think until we get the support in Alliance Insight, Allure is going to be just a little bit better over Signet Mining. And then 1 Gold Sarcophagus. I did drop our Terraforming, but I did decide to put in Call by the Grave, because I think Call by is going to really help us against like hand traps, seeing the Ash, Multarmies, being able to hit any of those will be really critical with Call by. So decided to play a single copy of Call By, and then the rest of this is just non-engine. So we are playing 1 copy of Bestial Magnamut. I think the Bestials are going to be really great into this format. So we're playing 3 Druid Swarm and then 1 Baldrake. I've seen people play multiple copies of Baldrake too, but I think 5 for now is where I am most comfortable with. And then I just play a lot of other forms of interruption, like 3 copies of Nibiru in the main. I think Nibiru is really critical right now playing that card. 3 copies of Shifter, because the deck can play through Shifter, and we can set up a decent board under Shifter. 3 copies of Ash, and then 3 copies of Imperm. I think these are our good hand traps for maining, and then my side deck does have some others that we also do play just to help us further along our lines. But our extra deck has seen some changes. We are playing 1 copy of the Disave Worm still, 1 Pacific, and 1 Meteorologic Aggregator. I think playing these 3, I love playing the Terahertz line, so I'm still playing these. Also, this works with my side deck choice that I also play. So I like playing the Terahertz line, and I know most, like for the YCS Orlando, a lot of people weren't playing that. But I like it. I still think it has a lot of potential, and just the way I play the deck, it makes sense. Then I do play 1 Link Decoder, 1 Lingaribo, and 1 Link Spider for our Link 1s. I think this is just pretty set in stone. You don't need to change it. The one thing I did change, we are playing a Haggard Lizardos, Splash Mage, and SP Little Knight. were my Link 2s. I did drop the G-Golem transcode line because it wasn't often enough that I was making it, so I decided to opt out of it, and we go into SP instead, because I think SP is just really good overall. Because this is how we play Undershifter, is with SP, which is really cool. And our Link 3s, one red, one white, one Q-Heart Scripter. Just solid cards to play. And then one Access Code and one Firewall Dragon for our Link 4s. I just love this. They are just really key at just helping us with the combo line, and then one copy of Terahertz. I cannot just get rid of Terahertz. I love the card so much when it came out in Maze, so we're gonna keep on playing it because I just love the card. I didn't get enough time playing it when Mathmech was around. I still have it in Master Duel, so I mean there's something to be thankful for there. But moving to our side deck, we are playing 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird. I think Droll is just really good right now too. So playing Droll is going to be really critical at also shutting down the Mulch armies. And then with people just playing engine upon engine upon engine upon engine, Droll is going to be really critical at like stopping them at critical points. We do play 3 copies of Artifact Lancia for the mirror match. I was originally playing Crossout, and I did have the luck of seeing Crossout, but I decided to drop Crossout from this build, but I did decide to keep Ultimate Slayer, and I've just found ways to play around Crossout or around Lancia myself, so we'll just kind of go with that method. But we did decide to put in 3 copies of Triple Tactics Thrust with a D-Barrier, Different Dimension Ground, and Mischief of the Gnomes. I think Mischief of the Gnomes against the Rizio matchup is going to really hurt them a lot, and then same thing with these two. I mean, you can see that this is really more focused on the Rizio matchup and the Fiendsmith, Rizio, Mitsurugi, Rizio, whatever, but they can still hurt some of those rogue debts, like Memento gets hurt by this, Chimera Illusion gets hurt by this, Runic, White Forest. So I mean, like these are enough to like stop our opponent, to allow us to set up boards. So like I'm catering this to my locals and the big matchups that we will see, but that's the deck profile. So let's head out to locals, see how we do.
All right, so round 1 we play against Thunder Dragon Azamina again, just like we did last time we played with Tenyi. Game 1 we didn't open up any starters combo. We opened Shifter Nib, but Thunder Dragon played through Shifter and he didn't get to summon 5 for Nib, so take a game 1 loss. Game 2 we see Lancia twice, and we didn't open combo again either, just a whole bunch of hand traps with Chessie. So it really sucked. So we ended up losing again there. Lancia sucks. But that's how it is. That's how it goes when everyone plays the side against your deck. So, but I was hoping we could play around Lancia, but we just weren't opening our hands for it. So we lose round 1. We still have 4 more rounds to go. Round 2, we play against a pile deck of Dangers. Danger Ubel, I think is what the kid was playing. We were playing a kid. Game 1, we just shifted on his Foolish, and he just kind of passed there. We just swept it away. Game 2, we did open up all the hand traps, but we refrained from using them just to see how the game would play out. And we just comboed off again. We weren't able to close it. We were 400 life points short. But we were able to take it on the clapback, so we were able to just take it in turn 4. So 1-1. I'm not too proud of that victory, but it just shows that like my hands are kind of a little iffy right now, which is weird. Normally I do see it like a combo piece, but like I haven't been seeing like the best ones. I've been seeing ones that work, but like I had Chessie and Shifter. Chessie, Shifter, Druis Worm, Nib, and one other, I think Ash, in my starting hand. So like I was able to do something, but it wasn't like ideally the best. So we just played with it, rolled with it, and it worked. But yeah, so far doing pretty good. And same with my teammates since they're all here tonight. So we'll see what happens as we collaborate and try and figure out for tomorrow. All right, so round 3, we play against Rizio Teller. I was really interested to see that one because being a Tellarknight player myself, I really thought about combining the two because they seemed like they would mesh well together. But game one, we win the die roll, we go first. We're able to set up he went first. He won the die roll, we had nibbed him, and like hand trap. Oh no, we did go first. We went allure, and he hit me with a droll. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't a good starting hand, but we set 3 pass, and we were able to control it with the 3. We had nib, so we were able to cook up a little bit. When it came back to me, we were able to just swing in for heavy damage. We were able to take it. Game 2, he went first this time. He was able to establish his board, and we were just trying to break through his board as much as we could, and we were able to solidify breaking it. But in return, he nibbed me, so that was fun. And we just kind of went back. He went back to him. He didn't have enough follow-up. And right as soon as it came back to me, we just got rid of all of his stuff, hit him for heavy damage, passed it back, and he didn't have anything to hit with the clapback, so we were able to take it. It was really interesting to see that mix, the Tellers with Ryziel. If I do get my hands on Ryziel, I might play that, but what's the point? I like Maliss. Maliss is fun. But that's 3 rounds of 5 down. We still got 2 more to go. So let's see how well we can even cook. With a round 1 loss, we can only go up, right? Ooh, a matchup I was like very prepared for. We played against Tenpai. So we played against Tenpai several times, but never with Maliss. So he wins the die roll, makes me go first. We set up a board through Fulos that was okay. We had Bestial in hand. I think we ended on Q-Heart's Cryptor with GWC set and MTP07 with a couple of hand traps. So we were able to like play through his board as he was trying to set up, cleared his board too in battle phase. We took it on the clap back with 53, 5,000 with Q-Heart's Cryptor and access code. Game 2, he makes me go first again. He doesn't see very many hand traps as he did game 1, where he was just throwing everything he had at me. And we just set up our board with Terahertz, GWC. We were able to get Magnuma back to my hand, so we were able to get Baldrake and Magnuma. So we had 2 more forms of interruption. We had an Ash, we had a Save Worm, and we were saving the Terahertz depending on what he was going to do for either Aggregator or Pack Pit. We were able to just clear his board again. We were able to establish our board. He tried to go seals, we Baldraked it. So we were just cooking, came back to me. We just went straight to battle and hit him with an 8K Terahertz since we cleared his board again. And we just take it in the sweep. That's what Maliss should be doing. I don't know what happened in round 1. Round 2 was a little rocky. Round 3, we were going up. Round 4, we still have 1 more round left. We are 3-1. We'll see what happens. Again, the deck is super fun, and I just love playing it. There's so many intricacies with the deck, siding. I don't know if we'll play in a mirror. There are 2 other Maliss players here tonight, so we'll see what happens, depending on who wins and what the tiebreakers are for round 5. So we'll see. Well, that was a semi-hard fought loss. So we play against the mirror Maliss, and he saw Fulos game 1 and Meow's game 2. And it put me under a lot of pressure to try and establish a board, but not establish a board with giving him a lot of draws. So we played our best, but he was able to OTK me straight through with access code and Q-Heart's Cryptor, both game 1 and 2. Tried establishing a board, we tried playing through. Game 2, we had a really cool interaction where I was like hitting every interruption as much as I could. I go to nib him and he had the impulse in hand, and we just lost to the impulse, which was really unfortunate. So I was like, yep, I've got it with the nib. I'm gonna nib him, we're gonna survive a turn, we're gonna get it back to me, and we're just gonna combo off. Nope, he had the impulse. So we end up losing. So we end up 3-2. I don't know where we'll place, but we will find out and I'll let you know. So by some surprise, we ended up 4th out of 19 players tonight. So we'll take it. I honestly love the list. I don't know what I'll change before the 3v3 tomorrow, but we're just gonna roll with it, see what happens. But that's it for this local diaries, everyone. Thanks for joining along. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Let me know what you guys would like to see next down in the comment section down below. We are cooking up together Mimigul, Vanquish Soul, maybe Heroes again, but this time a little bit better. But with that, pass it over to you.